Cheese. Huh. That's why you got some new feet.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Washington football team. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, You go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They'll go with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
A 1st down throw for Heineke. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd and 10, Heineke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This young man, Chase Young, has it all. Speed, power, and a full arsenal of moves to get to the quarterback. The Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2020, he had 7.5 sacks that season. They expect plenty more in the future.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action. Now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
From the 22, Heineke. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Packers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. Had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting. And he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Heineke. Wide open receiver complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Heineke. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Heineke to throw it. touchdown. It's complete. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need and a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. Now it's Rodgers. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. That catch good for only a couple.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a diving catch right side.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Second and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Zadarius Smith, second team All-Pro last year, in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second and 9, Heineke. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field
can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and short yardage. Heineke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Rodgers to throw once more. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before we tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Heineke. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Now a 2nd down and 6. Gibson again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 115 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big... And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Mike,
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you